Hey guys, Sifu Les Clements, Black Dragon Kung Fu. Another beautiful morning here out in the backyard. So I was practicing with a weapon this morning, a little bit more advanced, that I want to talk about. It's called the tri-sectional staff. It has 3 pieces to it, right? Very flexible weapon, kind of like the nunchucks or the nunchaka, but they are 3 instead of 2. So each is connected by a chain, which are more like rings. Same rattle as I was talking about in the broadsword. You hear that? If you're using it right, it will rattle harmoniously. So I got a question from one of my students, and this is some of this is addressed to the school in Florida that is still going on, that I left behind. And the question was, how do you, this is from a newer student that I got, how do you stop the tri-sectional staff without hitting yourself when it's in full motion? Okay, the first thing that I would say is, if that is unclear, you're not ready for that weapon yet. That's the first thing, but I will answer that. So I have seen this happen. One time I was teaching a course and 3 women came into the school that were asking about classes a little bit, but they said they couldn't because they were signed up in the Taekwondo instructors program. So I said, oh really? And she says, yes. She says, we've been working with the tri-sectional staff. So I was curious, Taekwondo with the tri-sectional staff, that's not a weapon of Taekwondo. That had to have been imported in. So I walked over to her and I said, show me. And she hit herself in the head 3 times, and I had to say, look, let me have that. And I put it back on the rack. So my point is because she didn't know how to stop the weapon when she got it going. So the question was, how do you stop the tri-sectional staff in the middle of a flower without hitting yourself? Okay, what is the flower? It's the arm over arm movement, okay? The tri-sectional staff, when we do this arm over arm, we're gonna use a symmetrical grip, just like this. All right, I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see how to stop it, right? Here we go. See, that's all it is. You control the weapon doesn't control you. Just pull out and stop. If you don't do that and you continue to hold on to it and you try to stop it, you could likely hit yourself. It's control. You have control over the weapon. One more time. Overhanded flower. Just stop it, right? So the tri-sectional staff is a very versatile weapon. You can use it all kinds of ways. You can use it like a stick. You can use it from the other end. You can use it like this. You can choke with it up close. You can jab with it. You can hit. You can block weapons. And you can catch spear tips inside of the chain. In the ancient world, in certain periods, the rings were sized to a certain width or to a certain size so that they could catch specific types of spear tips that were being used in the battles. So tri-sectional staff was probably not the type of weapon that was put out on a battlefield. Maybe, but I don't think so. But when I say ancient world, ancient war, in self-defense. Because you got to remember, in China at the time when these styles were being developed, you could carry weapons anywhere. And people fought in duels all the time. It was self-defense. So if you've enjoyed this video on the tri-sectional staff, click the like button. Even better if you can subscribe. I'll do more of this as time goes on, but it's a pretty advanced weapon and I don't want to spend too much time on it. I just want to answer that question. So, all right, Sifu Les Clements out.